wanted to go live real quick and talk about LeBron James. First of all, good afternoon to everyone. To the people that may be in the clouds. I didn't plan on coming today because I have a lot more stuff to do. But once I heard that LeBron James had signed to the Philadelphia 76ers, I was so excited. And unfortunately, I was out. So I couldn't come, I couldn't go live. Because I don't like going live. If I was in my car, if I drove, then I would, but I was not, and I was around people, so therefore I wouldn't go live where I was. But I'm home now. I've been home for a little while. I had a tuna sandwich, which was it was okay. It had a little bit more stuff in it than I would have put in it, but it was all in all, it was good. It was okay. Y'all know when I told y'all how I make my tuna fish, and now I got a new way of making it. So, it's always good to try something different. There's nothing wrong with that. So I was out earlier and at lunch, somebody was talking about LeBron had signed with us. And I said, well, if he left his son in LA, that's because he played with his son for, I think, a season. I'm not really sure. I didn't follow how long his son played. I think it was a season. Nonetheless, LeBron has been around long enough, and I think, it's a good thing that he's coming to Philadelphia. I can say this ahead of what somebody else is going to say because I live here. If they are bringing LeBron James here to play with Joel Embiid, to play with Tyrese Maxey, it is because they won a championship. It is because the Eagles have come along and got two championships. 2018, and they just got another one. And all the while, the 76ers, the basketball team, has not won a championship since 1983. Listen, I was about 9 years old. I was born in 1974. They have not won a championship since I was 9. Okay, 83. I turned 10 in 84. So all the while, the Phillies have won one. At least one, I think. I don't really keep it with the Phillies. I know they won one, I think, in 2008. And then here we go with the Eagles done won two. Not one, two. Okay? Jason Kelce was with them the first time. And then the second time, they brought back one of their retired players to play. And here go the 76ers. Now, I remember when Allen Iverson got them to the playoffs. And I also remember that they lost. Now, I'm not knocking Allen Iverson. I am not. It's just that sometimes when people play sports, they're not disciplined enough to play sports. Because I used to be an athlete in high school. I ran track. I was on a cheerleading team and I danced. To be any type of athlete requires a strict type of discipline. If you smoke weed, you might have to stop. I'm not being smart right now. I'm just stating a fact. If you drink alcohol, you might have to stop, because when you're doing any type of rigorous sports, track is rigorous, believe it or not. Your body needs to get conditioned to those things. Playing basketball can be rigorous too, running up and down the court. Because what people don't know, they practice in between those games. They don't just get to make a layup, a foul shot, whatever, a 3-point. They got to practice that. So, Allen Iverson's time here in Philadelphia, from what I have heard, it was something else. It was something else. That's all I'm gonna say about it. I ain't gonna stuff that people have told me about the Adams Rock Hotel and all that. I'm not gonna mention it because that would be hearsay. So I'm not gonna. But I know for him as a player, he was just a lot. That's all I'm gonna say. But I am looking forward to LeBron being here in the city of brotherly love, and I know that the fans will embrace him because they already embraced him when he played in Los Angeles with the Los Angeles Lakers. And I know that LeBron is a good basketball player. He's been around a long time. He has done a lot of good things in the city that I believe he's from. I believe he's from Cleveland, Ohio. He's done a lot of good things. And I think that the cost of the basketball tickets, baby, if you ain't got your ticket, baby, you best to get your ticket. Cause them costs of them Sixers games is about to go up. Y'all, they was real cheap last year. You ain't gonna get no cheap ones this year. I could, mm-mm. When they sign LeBron, them tickets is going. We ain't even get to the playoffs yet, baby. Them home opening tickets and things is going up. Believe that it's going up. Hello, Jay Parrish. Hello, Zero Lightness. Hello, Chakra King. Yes, Zero Lightness. I have allergies and asthma. So when I wake up in the morning and my voice sounds like it's really heavy, like I smoked a pack of cigarettes, I don't smoke anything. No weed, no marijuana. Is that the first of all, it's summertime, so there's pollen outside and it's hot. So I have to be outside in that weather. When I come back home and I have to lay down at nighttime, it oftentimes when I wake up in the morning time, my voice sounds very heavy. Oh, I already had lunch, Mimi. I had a tuna sandwich and some salt and vinegar chips, not the whole bag. And I had some kiwi and I'm drinking some water with cucumber and lemon. I hope I remember to get some mint when I go back out because I keep forgetting. I'm gonna have to write it down. I keep forgetting to get some mint when I go out. So yeah, I got on the scale today. I was down 4 pounds. You know, my doctor got on me yesterday. Oh, basketball. Yeah, basketball is it's a thing where a guy named Hank Gathers back when I was a teenager, he had a heart problem. And he knew he had a heart problem because he should have been taking medication. And I don't think that he would take it, and as a result, he passed away on national TV when I was about 15. It was on. They were playing a game. Actually, it wasn't just they were playing a game, and he passed away because he wouldn't take the medication. I don't remember what kind of heart condition he had, but if you look his name up, Eric Gathers, you'll see the story. As a matter of fact, that Sunday, because I like basketball, college and professional, I was watching the game. I saw him collapse. And when he collapsed, they was trying to give him aid and assistance. That was when the TV went blank, and they announced that the game was going to be postponed. And when they came back a couple hours later, they said that he had passed away. So playing basketball with a heart condition is a very excuse me for the crinkling, y'all. I'm putting something in the bag. It's a very serious thing. Now I have asthma now, but even though that I have asthma, when I go into the gym, I do take my I take my uh I take my inhaler with me. I also use a nebulizer. Hello to everybody that's coming in the room. What I'm going to do later is, because this is, I told y'all, the Leo season, I will not be on here that much because I'm going to want to wrap up my book before my birthday. So, um, I think now, today I got up to chapter, I gotta go look because I know I was really trying to, but what happened was I had to go somewhere and I didn't exactly know where the bus stop was. And when I asked the people, they told me the wrong thing. So I had to try to find it and ask somebody. So that kind of slowed me down a little bit. And that's okay. That's okay. I made an effort to try to go somewhere. You know, sometimes when you are not sure of something, you won't do it because you don't want to get lost. Well, I've lived in Philadelphia for 51 years. And now that we have Google Maps on our phones, the most wonderful thing is you can type the address in and it will show you exactly where you are. So that is what happened to me earlier. I typed in the address, it showed me where I was, I asked who I needed to ask, and I got there without a problem, but getting back was. So no complaints. Hi Muffy, hi. Listen, y'all, I'm over here because StreamYard wouldn't let me go over there. And what I want to do later on, not right now, is because my cake day is coming soon. I ain't gonna be on here too soon because I want to wrap up my book. But what I am going to do is, now I will tell y'all this. Ness comes back next week. The show that we usually would do on Saturday, I can't promise y'all tomorrow that I will do it. And the reason why is because I want to initiate wrapping up my book and also doing some other things for myself. You all haven't seen me in a while, and I've lost a significant. See, and here's the whole thing. When I say significant amount of weight, it's how weight is distributed. What happens with weight loss, and a lot, I can only speak. Are you gonna self-publish? No, I don't think that I'm gonna do that. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask somebody that has already published a book. Can they help me? And the reason why is because I need a little bit of money. I mean, right now, the area where I'm at is okay. I mean, it's not bad or whatever, but it's an okay area. Like if I had enough money, I would buy this house. Honestly, if I had enough money, I would really buy this house and I would renovate it. But I mean, for real, I could do the same thing with a shell. I could probably get a shell for like I had looked at a shell not long ago, and the shell was really cheap, but the repair, but to actually bring the house back to probably where I wanted it to be, it might have been 50. It could have been cheaper. I don't know. See, the thing is, if you buy a shell, I'm never in objection to buying a shell. Of course I'm not, because then, but see, this house has a very good structure. There are real walls in this house. There are real, everything in this house, because it's old, that is the best thing. It's like a storm won't come and knock this down. And that is to be considered. But who's to say that the person that owns it wants to sell it? So, I mean, all that's to be taken into consideration. So I mean, I am looking forward, to be honest, if I could find me an empty house, like in, I found some nice ones over in North Philly, but the problem is I found the house, it was empty for a very long period of time. A tree started growing through the house and the city knocked it down. See, it don't take my city long. Let them see a tree growing in the back of an empty house and they will bring the bulldoze and they knocked it down. So what I'm doing now is I want to get a nice house and an empty house. A shell would be preferably, because I want to build it the way that I want to build it. And, you know, I mean, I've seen some houses in Chestnut Hill that I'm not interested in. I ain't gonna lie. And Chestnut Hill has some beautiful homes that are 6 and 7 bedroom. If I had $1 million, I'm gonna learn from my aunt. My aunt always taught me something, and I thought about this the other day. If you had $1 million, why would you give it to somebody for what they want to build? Why wouldn't you go buy land and build it the way you want? And it might be cheaper. So if I had $1 million, I ain't too sure that I would run up Chestnut Hill. Maybe I would buy a lot and build my own house, but I don't think I would. Now I've seen some beautiful houses up Chestnut Hill, Bryn Mawr, Haverford. I have, but I think if I had to get a house, if I had that type of money, I would buy a lot and I would build it the way that I wanted to build it. So, I mean, right now, if I had money, it's the nosy neighbors you wouldn't like over there. Oh, you mean in Chestnut Hill, or you mean, well, here's the whole thing. The neighbors, wherever I live at, like even when I lived in North Philly, I'll speak to people, but I always come to my house and go in my room. Like, I don't sit on the porch. Uh, yeah, when I lived in Chestnut Hill, I ain't sitting on the porch. When I lived in West Mount Airy, we could have came outside. I didn't. We had a courtyard. I didn't. So when I go outside, I'm actually going somewhere. And if right now I wanted to go outside, I will come down my steps and I would sit in my backyard. I would not sit in the front. No, I would not. We got a nice backyard. I mean, beautiful. And I could enjoy that all by myself. Yeah, so today I had the chance to eat lunch with a lot of people. Let me say this, because sometimes people get the wrong perception of me, and they don't really understand. The reason why I brought my food home was because I wanted to get comfortable. Not that I didn't want to be around the people. Of course, they were having a conversation about LeBron. I wanted to get comfortable. So I brought my food home. I didn't have anything against the people that I were with. They were having a good conversation. But I felt as though me coming home and getting comfortable, like right now, I got my pajamas on. Now, before I go back out later, I will, it's hot outside. Get the waterworks working with that shower, and that soap and all that there. Even though I took a shower earlier, babe. Gonna get back in there before I go back outside. And then, get a little walk on, and then so be it. But yeah, I don't really do the whole nosy neighbor thing. Like my neighbors that live on this block, and I see them and stuff. Like I got up this morning and took the trash out before they were up. Well, I can't say that. I don't know whether they were up because I'm not in their house. I just got up early and put the trash out. So, yeah, I don't do the whole nosy neighbor thing. I don't at all. I don't. If you live on my block, 9 times out of 10, I'm not gonna hang with you. You live on my block, whether it would have been 17th Street or right up there at Chestnut Hill. We will not be hanging together. You live on my block. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I don't do that. Seriously, when I lived in West Philly on 52nd Street, same thing. I don't hang with people that, because my comings and my goings are private. So yeah, I'm a pretty private person. Although I'm on here talking to y'all, I'm a pretty private person. The reason why the camera's not on is because my wig is not on. I don't want nobody to say it was a camera slip. No, it ain't no camera slip. My hair is thin, and that's the least of my worries. My hair, thin, not really a concern of mine. When people make fun of my hair being bald and thin, that's something medical that I really can't help. So I don't, calling somebody. I actually walked past a lady today. She was sitting at the bus stop and she had all her hair was gone. She was completely bald. And I was standing there with this hot wig on. And yes, I'm going to call it hot because it's summertime and my hair is hot. And she was sitting there and her head looked all cool. And there I was with this hot wig on. So then I began to think I need to do something that will not have me feeling like I want to pass out because it's hot with a wig on in the summertime. Yeah, you're right, Mimi, for real. I mean, sometimes I really want to take my wig off, but my hair is thin up in the middle, and I have to not listen. My sons, they love me. They're always telling me to get my hair cut off, and so yeah, so that's what I'm. Get it cut short. Get it. I don't listen. I don't want to get it cut off. I want to get it done so that it looks nice. Um, Last year I had it braided, and I thought that would have been good. But because what happens with alopecia is I have hair all around my edges. You all saw that last year and I could post the pictures of me last year with my hair braided. So y'all know I have hair around my edges. But what happens is in the middle, it's thin. So when they go to braid it in the middle, it's a little painful. And it's painful for them to catch it. And then when it's time to take them out, all the hair that's around my edges starts to get thin. Now, I've done a good job of keeping my hair nice and moisturized around the edges so that my edges are pretty thick. Seriously, for somebody that wears a wig all the time, my edges are really thick. So I'm going to, I'm going to work on my health. Yeah, I'm working on my health, my hair, finishing my book. So later on, I'll come on here. And the actual day of my birthday, I probably won't come on because I know that I'm going to be with my family. Um, um, Mimi, no, I can't get a bun. I have hair like the way my hair is situated. Uh, it's not like it's real thick around the like the sides. It's real thick. It's really thick. Like when I get it braided, they have enough to braid it. And so what they'll usually do is they will braid my hair enough to cover in the middle. But the lady who braids my hair actually came out and told me to take a break because she felt as though it was pulling too much. So I haven't been back to her since like February. She was doing a good job. I mean, I liked it, but she was like, yeah, this is not it. She was like, your hair is thin up in the. She was like, yeah. Yeah, well, here's the whole thing. I am going to see somebody that specializes in alopecia. See, because a hairdresser doesn't necessarily specialize in alopecia. Hairdressers specialize in doing hair. And how I know that is because I went to Dobbins. And when I considered taking cosmetology over there, that is not in the book, okay? Unless they change the book. In that cosmetology book, they teach them basic stuff: cutting, coloring, relaxing, things of that nature. So, yeah, I want to see somebody that specializes in that so that when I get my hair done, it doesn't damage the hair that's underneath. They will know how to do that. So, yeah. So I'm over here because when I wanted to go on StreamYard early, right before this, I couldn't do it. It wouldn't let me do it. So I just said, okay. So right now it's 3:45, and yeah, I'm just sitting on my bed with my PJs on before I go take another shower. I am adamant about that. Like in the summertime, like if it's hot like today, I might be in that joint like 3 times. Cause as soon as I start sweating, I'm heading straight to the shower. I don't care nothing about it. I took one this morning before I left. It's hot now, but yeah. So think about Philly is our transportation system is fairly easy to use. So even if you don't know where you're going, like I didn't earlier, I still found where I was going. I was able to type it in and I found where I was going. So I've been just like trying to, when I feel my, like earlier, well, yesterday, I go to places where, did you know that in the New Testament that it says, yeah, I'm not gonna do that, Paul. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna cut off all my hair. First of all, yeah, I'm not gonna shave off or cut off all my hair. What I am gonna do is let the person that's doing my hair see it and then explain the style that I want. Yeah. See, it's hot right now, so I don't want no hair all down my back in 100-degree weather. Plus, it's still swimming pool time. You got at least another month or so of that. And I would like to get in the swimming pool, go to the beach, something. So, yeah, I don't really want to, yeah, and see, here's the whole thing, Paul. Um, when people have different illnesses like cancer, alopecia, they lose, sometimes with cancer, a female will lose their hair and it won't grow back. Sometimes with alopecia, a female will lose their hair and they don't grow back. That's one of the things that kind of gets me with, and why I've kind of backed away from the beef sector, is because some of the things that they say about people are not funny. I ain't sitting here saying that I haven't said those things, because I have. But it was initiated. Like, I ain't just going to jump off the rip and say that. But the one thing I've learned is you can't ever fight hate with hate. You must fight hate with love. Because if you are fighting the same way, nobody is going to win. That's one of the reasons. And listen, if that, somebody told me you're not going to get a lot of people in the chat, that's all right with me. So you're not going to get a couple hundred, then guess what? That's okay with me. I'm just trying to get monetized. So having a lot to see, because what people don't understand is I actually mod for a lot of people. Some of the people that I mod for don't have 40 people in the chat. And I mod for quite a few people that are not in the beef sector. Okay? Some of them don't. And some of them are monetized. It does not go by how many people are in your chat. And also, here's the whole thing. Even if you're not monetized, you still can receive cash apps, PayPal, Zelle, Venmo. So, and that's it. You can. So I'm not really overly concerned about 400 or 500 people being in the chat like it was the first time I went live. The first time I went live, people were here because they thought it was salacious. Let me say this. It's not salacious now because me and my former pastor are over that. And the reason why we are over that is because it's like this. This is the best way that I can explain it. If you keep fighting about something that happened years ago, months ago, whatever, it's like there's no chance for growth. there's no chance for growth. Seriously. If I said he did something wrong in May, but he tried to rectify it, or he didn't try to rectify it, or whatever, that happened in May, and we're in June in July about to go to June. So I'm not angry about anything that has happened. I don't know how he feels because I'm not over there with him, but I mean, I am sure that he's over it. Even even some things I might have said on my page, I'm sure he's over it. He probably doesn't stay mad as long as I do, but okay. So I mean, when people have dropped in my chat, like when I was on StreamYard, it says some. I think that was I forgot who it was that dropped me a cash app the other day. Oh, that was Triple L the other day that dropped me a cash app and wanted me to answer some questions. Not for $2.99. Triple L, if you listening, I ain't answering not your questions. Let me be clear about that. Triple L, if you're listening, I'm not answering your questions for no $2.99. And Jay Wilson, I ain't answering your questions or coming to your chat unless you cash at me. Now, you call certain people a pay up hoe. Well, guess what? I'm not a pay up or pay down hoe, but I ain't talking to you for free. And you done made a lot of money off my name in your titles because your content is dry and you don't have none. That's what I see. See, my real life is content. It is. See, my real life is content because I have an illness that most people don't deal with well, and that's lymphedema. I could and have turned on a camera and let y'all see me taking a treatment. I did that when I was in the nursing facility. I actually turned it on. Y'all saw my machine. I showed y'all the other day what I was eating. Now, that is fact. Now, later on, before I go out, I will take a shower, put back on my compression. Hey, Brookie, what's up? Put back on my compression. And I will go take a nice long walk. I'm going to take my water with me, of course, because it look kind of hot outside. And I'm going to go for it. Go walking. Yeah, just like that. So that's how that works. So over here I do exercise and cooking. Now I'm show y'all how much weight I lost. These last couple of days I've had on extra large clothes, and the extra large clothes look like they falling off me. Actually, I just had a pair of pants on, and I had a safety pin in those joints. Now listen, the clothes were given to me, so I'm grateful that the clothes were given to me. Of course I am, because everything that I have at my mom's house is way too big. Body composition is like this. When I was going to the gym, and this is no lie, I can try to post the videos and show y'all. When I was going to the gym, I was doing hip abductors, I was doing leg crunches, I was actually working out, right? So my size right now, my clothing size says 14. The scale says I weigh 191. Now, in about maybe 2 weeks, maybe before then, I don't know. Depends on how I exercise. I won't be 191. In about 2 weeks, I'll probably be down to like 185. Maybe before then, it depends on how much I exercise and my diet. Now, I've been trying to stay away from the chips because my doctor told me yesterday, you don't eat a lot, but you eat a whole lot of chips. She said you don't stack your plate up, but you open up a can of chips and you just go at them. So today, I tried to exercise some self-control. I opened up the bag of chips, and I didn't eat the whole bag. Now, y'all might think that's not a big deal, but it is for me because if I open up a can of Pringles, I'm going to inhale them Pringles. Listen, that's why I ain't buy no Pringles today. See, that's self-control. I ain't bought no Pringles today. I wanted to, too. I wanted to buy me some Pringles. But I couldn't because I can't open up Pringles without eating the whole can. Pringles, that salty taste of Pringles, it gets to me. So I didn't try to buy Pringles. I bought some salt and vinegar chips. And that was good enough. Because I like salt. I like anything salty, sour, and bitter. I like pickles. I can eat the pickles and drink the juice. Alright? When I eat sweet stuff, I'm not eating sweet stuff like other people are. Like other people have a natural thing for sweet stuff. No, I'm eating sweet stuff probably because Either it's on my plate or somebody gave it to me. But this now when I'm in the store, I'm not looking for no, not really. And if I get it, it might be because it's going with a coffee. But I have a hankering for salty. I'm talking about I go in Whole Foods sometime and I have to pull myself out the chip aisle. Walking down the chip aisle, looking for some veggie chips. Walking down the chip aisle, I'd be like, the other day I went in there and they ain't have no veggie chips. The man was like, we got straws. I was like, I don't want no straws. The straws don't even taste the same. So yeah, so I have to do something in about 5 minutes. My cash app, if you all would like to bless the host, is $Catherine CATHERINE POWELL 6803. And although I want to come back later on, I will put an honest effort in. I cannot promise that because I have some things to do later on. I will try, but you will see me. Like Lady Nika not too long ago went live. I will be over there. I saw that. I will be over there in about maybe 10 minutes. Wait a minute. Thank you, Brookie. And I'll be supporting you too because I'm supposed to be your mind, baby. If you, I hope I still got your mind stick, Brookie. I hope I still got your mind stick because you know, Brookie, you know I love you now. You know I love you, Brookie. You know that. My girl from Baltimore is in the chat, y'all. Brooke. Y'all go ahead when Brooke go live and give Brooke Valentine some support. Because Brooke gives up that good content. Wait a minute. Let me see who else in my chat that's a content creator besides Brooke. Hold on. I'm scrolling up. I think Brooke is the only one. I think everybody is overlaid. Listen, the lady is live. The lady is live, and we're going to the den to support the lady. We're going. I cannot redirect. But we're going over to Lady Nika's right now. See y'all over there momentarily. Bye. Thank you for coming out.